Chief, come here. Sit. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. We had a night last night in the rooftop tent, and we figured it's probably like 25% of this trip we've been camping. Would you say that, Taylor? Yeah? And awesome. So pretty simple day today. We're gonna pack up the tent and we're driving to our friend Kayla's house, and we're gonna meet up with her. We're super excited to see her. We haven't seen her in a little while, probably a year or so.
How'd you sleep last night?
I didn't sleep last night. For some reason, I was just focused on like all the noises that were going on outside, and I was just thinking about like, yeah, what would happen if like an animal tried to get in our tent or tried to get to like Chief's dog food in the back. Taylor cooked some turkey bacon before we went to bed, and I was just thinking about all those things. And so I didn't sleep very much last night and just was listening to the wind and the leaves and stuff. And Taylor, you were feeling sick yesterday. How are you feeling today?
I'm still feeling sick. Got like 10 hours of sleep though, so that was nice.
Yeah, Taylor got a lot of sleep, so that was good. Friends and family who have been watching, following our journey, and using these videos to keep up with what we're doing. I hope you are doing well, and I hope the videos have been helpful to see where we're at and what we're doing. There's a lot of you that I think would have a lot of fun doing this, and so Taylor and I were kind of brainstorming, and I think I was dreaming it up more than she was, but it would be really fun to do like a camping trip, like a week-long camping trip or something like that, with a bunch of friends, and just kind of load up our trucks and rigs or whatever and just go camping, because we've gotten pretty used to camping in the truck and everything, and it would just be so much more fun to have community with us. We know that community is like a huge part of a healthy life, and we definitely miss having community that we see day in and day out, but I feel like we're getting to see our bigger, broader community across the country on this trip, which has been really cool. So in the event of a bear trying to get into the back of our truck, this is one thing I was thinking about last night. Would it be better to have the canopy locked like this so that it can open, or have it so that it can open? So the positives and negatives would be, if it can open and like a bear came up and like pulled on this, it could get into the back and it would be faced with Chief. So that could be a downside, is it could attack Chief, although I feel like Chief would put up a good fight. Downside of locking it is that if the bear, this is all just him, I know wouldn't happen, but if the bear like tried to climb up into the tent and Chief heard it and this was locked, there's nothing he could do. But if it was unlocked, Chief would be able to push this open and jump out. So I don't know. I think I was just like getting way into my head too much last night. So I was just thinking about like if a bear came, like what would it try to come to first? I'm assuming it would smell like the food. All of our food's like right here in the back, but it's with Chief. If it did come up into the tent, it would probably come up where the ladder is, and that's why I sleep on the side where the ladder is, just so that I can protect Taylor. So I don't know. I didn't sleep last night. You know what it was? It was our buddy Sam, who we stayed at the last few days. Right before we got out to this area, he posted a story on Instagram, and he saw this like pretty big sized black bear just like in a neighborhood, and he was filming it. And so that was probably in my mind. And then while we were like working with him and just hanging out with them, we talked about bears and how much they've seen bears, and they get into things and stuff like that. And I just haven't had a ton of experience with bears. I've seen a few in the wild. Actually, on our honeymoon, we were hiking and we came around this corner and there were 2 grizzlies across the river from us, just kind of messing in the water and stuff. They were younger, but they ended up, they couldn't hear us or anything, and we just kind of watched them for a while. But I've had a couple other times where I've seen bears, but never had any like close encounters with them or any of them try to mess with us. For the most part, they always run away, especially black bears. All right, let's put the tent down. I always put the keys are, so we always put the front side of the tent up first, and we always pull the front side of the tent down first. Just seems to work better that way. It's really simple to put down and take up. It's just stuffing the tent material in on the sides when you're taking it down is what takes most of the time. See, like this stuff just sticks out, so you gotta stuff it in. If you watched yesterday's, we put the blocks under the front right tire here so that we could get the truck level. So Taylor's gonna blocks worked pretty well. Oh man, it is late. So let me catch you up on what the rest of our day looked like. So we got into town and we went and we found the public library. We're in a library. So we were able to get some work done, and then after the library we walked over, because this town is pretty small, we walked over to our friend's house and they made us some dinner, and then they took us for a walk around town. I'm pretty sure we walked around most of the whole town because it's so small, but we had a great time with them. Then we just kind of hung out this evening, so I didn't film any of that because I just was trying to protect our time with them, and it was really good. We had a great conversation, and yeah, something crazy change of plans that's happening tomorrow, so I'll fill you guys in on that tomorrow. But we're gonna go get some sleep. So if you're new to the channel, push the subscribe button in, and we'll see you in the next one. Hats off to you. Give me just a second. I keep taking my hat off. All right, official. Hats off to you.